Some things never change. The Bombers are back on top, and the Elks lose at home. Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. And man, I am excited to be back to some Blue Bomber football. The Bombers are back. The CFL is back. And I'm excited to see where we go from this. So the Bombers would defeat the Edmonton Elks 25-23 to give themselves their first win of the preseason. The Bombers put up a good showcasing a lot on the quarterback side of things, with I think them playing 4 quarterbacks, with the most notably of which being I think it's Tyrell Pigrome, I believe is his name. My apologies. I'm just trying to remember his first name as well. Pigrome puts up a good performance. He puts up 2 touchdowns. Zach Collaros puts up a touchdown as well. I was kind of confused why we played Zach Collaros. I wasn't exactly expecting it. Although I guess if I were to take a guess at why we did that, I have to assume it's, O'Shea just wanted to get him in for a few plays, get him back in that game situation to get him ready for the season. So I hope we don't see Zach Collaros next week. I don't think we need to. However, it is what it is. They put Kenny Lawler back in the lineup. I think this is probably Lawler just to get back familiar with the system, with the Bombers. And yeah, no, this is exciting to see that the Bombers are looking pretty decent. There was a lot of people that were left out of this game that were not playing. Dalton Schoen wasn't playing last night's game. Jeff Coate wasn't playing that game. Big Hill wasn't playing that game. I don't think Winston Rose was playing that game either. I know Jake Thomas was not playing. So a lot of key pieces out for the Bombers. It makes sense. It is preseason. And overall, I'm excited to see where we go from this. I think one thing that's going to be really, really important to watch on the Bomber side of things is the kicking. With the Bombers, for their regular season, they have signed Sergio Castillo, and it seems like he's going to be their go-to kicker. And Leggio is going to stick on the punting side of things, which is fine for Leggio. Just don't put him back at kicking. Sergio Castillo will be our starter. However, Castillo had some problems there in Edmonton. Just a little bit of inconsistencies that he didn't quite have with the Bombers before. So I think it'll be important to kind of take it as you do, in the sense of that, where it's like, if he stops performing, let's pull him out for a little bit. Let's try someone else. I'm not saying we try Mark Leggio. Let's not try Mark Leggio. However, if we look at these kickers in this preseason, this is a great opportunity for them to kind of fill that spot in the regard that if Castillo has a little bit of troubles, we can put this other guy in and maybe we get something out of him. It's worth a try. The Bombers, these past few drafts, have drafted like 3 or 4 kickers, 2 of them in like the first round. So it's clear that the Bombers are looking for someone competent that can, kick the ball. So it'll be interesting to see if any of those guys make it in. I'm curious to see if maybe some guys make it in on the defensive side of things. I'm also curious to see how this offensive line is going to be finished. It looks like Liam Dobson's going to be joining that offensive line full-time. We obviously lost our center, Michael Couture, to the BC Lions over the offseason. So there's a few changes to that. But overall, a lot of the same in this Bombers team. They managed to be able to keep a lot of the guys over the offseason, and I was very, very pleased to see that. And overall, yeah, this will be interesting. Now, Edmonton... Now, this technically doesn't count towards the streak as it's only a regular season. They have not won at Commonwealth Stadium as the Edmonton Elks. 17 straight home losses in the regular season for them. I think their only real chance to snap that is actually week 1 for the Elks schedule against the Saskatchewan Roughriders. So that might be a game I tune in to watch depending on the time and making sure it doesn't interrupt with the Bomber schedule or anything. But next week we've got the Saskatchewan Roughriders at home. I'm going to be at that game. I'm excited for that. I'm going to be so happy to be finally back in IG Field watching some Blue Bomber football. Let me know what you guys thought down below about this game. One thing I will say is that sadly I was not able to actually watch this game live, as I was earlier in the day yesterday. I was live streaming WWE Night of Champions. Make sure you guys check out that stream if you didn't. if you're interested in wrestling, that is. However, maybe you're a fan of basketball, as the Winnipeg Sea Bears had their inaugural game here in the Canadian Elite Basketball League, CEBL. I think it was the CEBL's like 5th season in existence. Winnipeg was an expansion franchise. I was at the game yesterday. There was a record-setting attendance in the league, 7,300 strong. It was a fun time, you know. So if you're in Winnipeg and you're looking for something to do that would be kind of exciting, that's not too expensive, check yourselves out at a basketball game, you know. Check yourselves out a Valor game, a Bomber game, a Jets game, a Moose game, a Gold Eyes game. Go to all of them. Support all your Winnipeg sports teams. But I'm getting off topic. But anyways, it's nice to see the Bombers putting up a decent performance. Calero is going to be obviously that number 1 quarterback there, and then behind him is going to be Drew Brown. Dakota Prukop is no longer with the Bombers. Best of luck to him. And then it looks like Pigrome is going to be that 3rd string guy. So I'm going to be curious to see how they utilize him, as Prukop was kind of that secondary guy that they would go to in short yardage. I'm not sure if they're going to do that with Drew Brown. Maybe Pigrome fits in that spot. I'll be interested to see what they do with that, and I think we're going to see more of Pigrome in this next game against the Saskatchewan Roughriders, so I'm excited to see that. Let me know what you guys thought of the game in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already to the No Hockey Podcast, as well as CFL Central for league-wide CFL content. And you guys, without further ado, take care.
Can they take the lead on this drive?